Wait a minute, Will Smith is rapping again?
Oh, you don't want to even. It's very rough to watch.
Here's the harder question to answer. Was Will Smith ever actually a rapper?
No, that's the problem, is he always sucked. And then but he had the fame and notoriety of being pretty fun actor to watch.
He's got some joints, like...
Didn't something happen and then the culture changed and they don't like him like they used to, but he's trying to show up like he's still got it. And it's like, dude, you don't need to do that. You made so much money and had a good time, just cruise.
I feel like he was just a vibe champion. Where it's even when you listen to Summertime and all the stuff he did before,
the raps are horrible.
But it feels good, right?
Yeah,
it's like that feels good. Mm-hmm. He's not an incredibly compelling lyricist. But Summertime, it feels good. Getting jiggy with it, again, it feels good.
Yeah, dude, welcome to Miami. Bienvenidos.
Yeah,
he was a good actor.
For what it is. Yeah, I liked him.
That's the thing, proper. Even in Fresh Prince days, way back
Fresh Prince was sick.
When he had those, the serious moments, he would always impress me because I was like a kid and I was like, oh, this is all just fun and funny. And then he'd have those real big moments and I'm like, oh, this is real.
I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Totally.
It's good. Mm-hmm. I still remember that opening scene where it's him on the treadmill and he's just looking all cut doing pull-ups and all by himself with a dog.
But now, man, and it's not like the music was ever really banging, but now he's is rough. There's a couple things. There's one thing I saw a little while back and it was just unfortunate, and it was him trying to hype up a full crowd, like a surprise, me and my DJ are showing up and I'm gonna hype up a whole crowd. And there was
was it DJ Jazzy Jeff?
No.
Dang, dude, epic
fail.
fail.
There was nobody hyped. It was at least a couple hundred people with nobody even dancing, nobody even bobbing their head barely. And it's just awkward feeling.
I could see him making some music because he wants to make music, but trying to make it be a thing. He was never that guy. No. He should just make good, fun time summer music, which is what he's really good at. Make some good summertime jams.
Yeah.
People can cruise in their car, roll down the windows, feel that ocean breeze, and be happy. It doesn't need to be serious.
No, dude.
His shit was never that serious.
I pull up gang, gang, gang. No, you don't even stop it, bro. Please stop.
James Hoffman dropping an album. I'm a barista. What?
Oh, bad.
Coming to get you doing extractions. What? Winning the chip. What?
Drinking. It's bad. It was tough. Anyway, that was one of the fresh things. I was like, oh,
dang,
you could just put it somewhere else.
Kind of awesome. It's probably hard to.
It's kind of awesome.
It's kind of awesome. Yeah, I feel like once you cross that threshold, too far into that acting world, it's hard to come back and be the thing that you were. But again, he was never that. I don't understand what he's doing there.
I don't know, man.
I think he's probably, who knows what. Being famous seems like the biggest pain in the ass in the whole world. It seems terrible. It legitimately seems like a horrible life.
There's a lot of shenanigans that nobody even really gets to see, that has nothing to do with even just being in the limelight. All the back end stuff that I hear about and just how it works. It's all over the place. It sounds really, really, really complicated.
I mean, I can't even imagine
frustrating
how fucked your head would be if you were a person of notoriety.
Especially at a young age.
At that level. Yeah, your whole life. Mm-hmm. It's just weird.
Mm-hmm. There's so many people who grew up that way, who are keeping their kids as far away from it for as long as possible. Just to because of the mental health impacts of being in that place for so long and how it changes a lot of different things, dude. It's crazy. I listened to Jason Bateman talk about it, and he's like, yeah, they might get into it, but I'm trying. And then just so many people who they, in Smartless interview, say very similar things. Y'all can do it, but you can't even start until after you're X age, because I started before you, and it's not good.
But even those people are already in that ecosystem. If you're one of those kids, like it or not, no matter how much you shelter them, your dad's super famous, you're in this Hollywood,
right? People are looking for you.
It's not like you're normal.
No,
you're
that's
you're
kind
not
of
normal at all. And then
you have to hide them.
Can you imagine going out to breakfast with your kids and people are just coming up to you?
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Dude, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Dude.
Jason Momoa was talking about it the other day too, which I know everybody's really excited about these things. But yeah, I mean, Kristen Bell talked about it. It's just Kristen Bell does a good job of keeping her kids out of it somehow. Jason Momoa is he's like, dude, if it's one-on-one, if it's just me, I'm kind of down. Hit me up, whatever. Just don't be weird. He's like, but if I'm with my family, just leave me alone, dude. And it's I get it, but that's what sucks about being famous.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's the other side of it too. I don't know why, as a cult, I don't know why people are so obsessed with fame and talent and skill. It's you should be able to appreciate someone.
Yeah.
Someone makes a movie, they're an amazing actor. You see their work. I was talking about Sinners, so I just watched that back-to-back nights, and it's incredible cast. Like Michael B. Jordan kills it.
Yeah.
Coogler's killer director on that thing, but it's Michael B. Jordan should be able to make that movie,
right, and go home.
Everyone should be able to like it, be like, that was fucking awesome, and then he should still be able to go out for coffee and not have 30 people come up to him and be like, yeah, dude. And it's like, yeah, dude, you're an actor. That's awesome. That's fine. Just leave it alone. But we have this thing where we'll take these people who are famous, whether they're actors or athletes, and we'll make them we'll put them on a pedestal, and then we'll use them as an example. It's like we want these athletes to be examples for our kids. Like we want people to have these good moral values. It's like these people are conduits for our entertainment. They're nothing more, nothing less. If they're good people, that's awesome. But
they're not famous because of that.
They're not famous because of that.
Of being able to play pretend very, very well.
Right, and it's awesome. I think it's a great gift to give. But that's it. Like that's the gift. Receive the gift. Watch the movie. Receive the gift. Leave everything else alone.
I think sometimes when you're that good of an actor, though, it's like. Well, one, it's just, unfortunately, the reality is people fall in love with the character that they see and they somehow can't disassociate that that's not a real thing. So they assume that person's going to be that way in real life. And it's like, that's a thing. That's crazy to me, but it's true, right? You like get them and you're like, oh my gosh, that was it's like I remember when we saw Natalie Portman those couple times and I was like.
At brunch.
Yeah. And I was like, not only does she share my own birthday. Shout out Natalie Portman, my birthday bud, and Michael J. Fox. But I mean, I was like, this is probably that person. I'm like, no, this is not. And then you like hear later, went to Harvard, super smart person, which they always were. But you picture him as either like a Queen Amidala or like the assassin movie that I saw when I was a kid.
The one where she's a cleaner. It says, I can clean. That's the term that she uses for it.
I think so,
She's really young, and she works with that.
That's what it was called. Yeah, it was like maybe your first movie.
Yeah.
But I saw her in these things growing up, and I'm all, oh, this person's going to be, whatever. And they're just like a person getting coffee, and got to serve them coffee, and you're like, cool. That's great. Just a person. Anyway, you hear so much of that. Chuck just popped in. What's up?
What's up?
We're just talking about rap and random shenanigans.
How it must be terrible to be famous.
Oh, yeah.
And how Will Smith tried to rap again, which was news to me.
He's got a whole album, and it's bad.
And it's pretty hard, dude.
Unfortunately, in terms of like rhyming, aside from the words he uses, I'm like, oh, he's got a flow that actually sounds better than his old flow, but it's not fun or good, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, rhyming?
You probably put it in
I think we're beyond rhyming. Dude. You know what I mean? It's like, spit me some bars that can rhyme, ChatGPT.
Dude, you don't even have to. It's like La Russell rhymes in a similar way where it's like, this is not even technically smart, and it's so fun. If you haven't heard of La Russell, he's a Bay Area dude, and he's so fun to listen to.
Yeah.
And he's just like all hype, all good times. You're like, arguably...
Reezy listens to him a lot, so I've heard some of that when we're out skating.
Arguably, it's not necessarily that good of rapping, but it doesn't matter because it's like the energy that he somehow gets to come through into those.
I mean, good is super good is a feeling, right? You want it to feel like you want it to take you to an emotional place, and I want it to feel like it was created with some sort of authenticity, like this person really believes in it. And that clip that you just played to me doesn't feel like that at all.
Yeah. That's what La Russell's doing too. The reason I said that is, to me, it's like I'll listen to La Russell's rap, and it's actually not too dissimilar in terms of like rapping the obvious same sounding words together, like think, drink, sink, I'm doing it. And like, it's like every one of those is one of those. And you're like, it's not even slant rhyming, and it's not terribly like crazy lyrical play, but it's super fun to be around, and everybody's hyped, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, cool story to
Get
start
the party
the day.
Jumping.
That's what we do, is we get the party jumping on a Monday.
Dang.
Happy Monday for everybody out there.
People keep sending me these memes about the Best of Panama auction results.
Oh, yeah, that was happening.
Yeah.
Did they send you any of Ben Hameen's? Oh, no, he kept them as a secret.
Oh, wait, what? Tell me more about that.
Ben Hameen was making awesome, hilarious. Well, okay. His stance was like, people are hating on it because of whatever reasons, all the reasons of hating on it. And then Ben Hameen's like, dude, when producers like this get famous for making something amazing, it also means that if people can't afford that coffee, other countries have amazing coffees. And if we have the opportunity to elevate all of our producers, it's a really awesome opportunity for everybody to start making more money and start honoring this thing. And that was just like the positive side of it. And so he was pretty passionate about it when I was there recently.
Well,
and he started posting pictures of like, because there's like the color one. I don't know if you saw, like, there's like skin tone versus where people sit.
Huh?
It was it's like a random one. It was like somebody tried to make like if you're at the top of the Panama producer chain, your skin color is more light than your producer. And Benjamin made a joke, and he's like, "Well, my elbow's this color and my shoulder's this color." It was so funny.
Okay, so that's insane. So that's obnoxious.
The whole thing was obnoxious.
Just for reference, so Best of Panama auction, similar to like a COE, producers just submitting lots. People are bidding on them. Blah blah blah. So Hacienda, Esmeralda, Geisha won, which they've won, gosh, almost every year, I'm assuming. Original. Yeah, they are the original. So Nick sent me this meme. He's like, what the heck is up with this? And I'm like, okay, cool. I can't answer via text because it's a long story. So basically, at Esmeralda, they were submitting coffees to Best of Panama back in the day, and one of the lots they submitted just blew everybody else's out of the water, and nobody knew why. And then they went into looking at, like, why did this coffee score so well? What's the real deal? And they had essentially accidentally rediscovered Geisha.
Right.
The variety that is, supposedly from somewhere in Ethiopia, nobody knows where, and it was lost forever, and then just happened to pop up in his farm in Panama. And is just super, super good. So that was like the rebirth of Geisha in the specialty coffee world. And a lot of the geishas that you see around the world, especially, rewind 10 or so years ago, were transplanted directly from Hacienda Esmeralda.
Also something Benjamin would talk about. He's like, dude.
They are the Hacienda Esmeralda is the granddaddy of Geisha. The big energy Geisha in the room. So to me, it's not surprising that they won because they've won so many times. But this year was particularly, I don't know if it's interesting. It's just a lot of money. And top lot sold for $30,000, $30,204 a kilogram.
Yeah.
So 20 kilogram lot. It's a shit ton of money.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't understand why people have a problem with it. I just really don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily like well-established understanding, though. I think people are angry in general.
But what? And I'm not saying you're angry. I'm just wondering because I don't know. What are they angry about?
They think there's a discrepancy between like real farmer wages and things like this, and so it's just like I think it's misplaced in some regard.
Meaning just auction coffees in general, or
no, like specifically, like these are very privileged people making the most money, and that was
in terms of the people who run Esmeralda,
right? And it's like, well, a farmer still farm that coffee, so you know what I'm saying. And so for me, it just feels like they're like, well, there's farmers all over the place who don't get this, and there's not equitable wages across the board, and da 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 da. And I'm like, that is a very complex topic to be pinning on Best of Panama when it's if somebody has a lot of money and has a lot of respect for, because I think it went to, where'd it go to? China this year?
Dubai,
that's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if somebody has a ton of respect for the originator of this thing, it's okay for them to be like, this is why I'm like willing to drive the price up to what I'm willing to pay for it. Because to me, it's like, I'm buying kind of a historical artifact that comes out once a year. That
is
made
the
entire world.
To have.
Yeah, you get to tell that whole story.
Geisha
and so for places that have the money and the space and the clientele to do that, 20 kilogram lot, right? You said it's like not a ton. So it's rare on that. It's like, let them make that decision. Somebody else did that too. That's what makes me frustrated. It's like, it's not like Esmeralda's like, I'm setting the base conversation. The base price is at 10 grand. Like, they're not setting it. Somebody else is doing that. You
could say the same. This is an extreme example, but you could say the same thing about any other coffee auction price. If you look at Cup of Excellence, the prices that the top coffees are fetching, it's not an accurate representation of what quote unquote normal lot prices are. That's the whole point. The whole point is that you can put it into a marketplace and get maximum value from whatever you've created. Right. And I don't know if people know the story of Esmeralda, and it's like all the geisha that you're drinking right now, you wouldn't be drinking, you wouldn't even know what it is if it wasn't for this farm. You just wouldn't. So think about that for a second. And then I still just don't I just don't get it. It's like, where's the threshold of, okay, this is okay, but this is unacceptable? If it's $200, $300. Is that still cool? Are we cool with that? But once it's, $30,000, it's not good. Like, where does that break happen? I don't get it. I don't know.
Yeah, I was trying to find some of the other arguments, but I mean, it all generally had to do with equity and that amount of money going to them and other farmers not making as much and the fame, et cetera, et cetera. But it's just like if you want more fame in other places, Benjamin was excited about it. He's like, this is great. If the coffee's there, so expensive, we have amazing coffees and we can find our way into, like, we have delicious coffees that are arguably as tasty, maybe slightly different, but like there's amazing coffee everywhere. So why don't, if that's too expensive for everybody, why don't we start just shining light in all these other places and then everybody gets to win? And he's just talking about the same thing. He's like, look, most of the geisha around my country, he got seeds from there. Mm-hmm. Then he made a shit ton of seeds on his farm. And then he personally has been supplying basically everybody with geisha seeds for years and years and years, like as him. And he's just like, this is to do better for my country, do better for my people. And that's really great. And so he's like, this is good. He's like, they're getting respect and love for super, super hard work. Nobody really understands how hard any of these people work, and they never get to see it. They never come. They never, he literally, I've seen him for the first time cry on this last trip over us and the Best Friends Club, but it's all related to the same concept, which is like people here work harder and have a harder time with success than anybody ever really understands, and it's not easy. There's no simple answers. So for somebody over here getting to a place where you're getting all that notoriety and there's countries all over the world vying to bring their price up and pay more, this is super important and positive for farmers everywhere. Right. It gives us a lane. And it gives us, it's a lane that's in a competition, but it gives us a lane and it shows people that it's possible.
And anybody who's complaining about the amount that Esmeralda is getting, who's also buying coffee, has the opportunity to engage in a market in the way that they'd want to engage in the market. So if you think people should make more money, you can absolutely pay them more money for the coffee that you're buying.
Absolutely.
It's not like you have to do C market plus whatever differential. If you're so passionate about it, blow the bag on it, dude. Spend the money. But you're probably not. You're probably just complaining about this, which I really don't understand. The whole thing could function as an open market. Every lot of coffee could be a quote unquote auction coffee in terms of price if people were willing to pay for it. And it's like, yes, different mills and different farms produce coffees of different caliber. Of course, that's not a mind-bending fact, right? Mm-hmm. It's like these people have a long tradition of producing really delicious coffee, and they've been doing so. Like, when was the original when did they discover this? It must have been the early 2000s,
yeah, like a long time
2004, 5, 6, 7, somewhere in there. Like, it's been a long time. Mm-hmm. So they've had notoriety for decades now. Right. This is not surprising to me. Mm-hmm. I mean, the number is huge. Like, that's awesome. It's such a large amount of money.
Totally.
It's so cool. I just don't see how when you're in the open market you can be like, oh man, somebody paid too much at auction. The whole point of auction is to pay too much.
Well, and the whole thing just adds up to you found a way to become known. So I think that that's part of the challenge across the board is like, unless you're known, then nobody, you have to find a way to be known. And so whatever worked out for Panama in general sounds like pretty obvious one. The coffee that everybody uses in everybody's competition came from there, even though it didn't come from there, it became famous in Panama. Therefore, Panama gets known. It's like everybody is out here going, we got to have special geishas to win all these competitions, yet they're at the same time being angry that the place where it essentially was established that the geishas are a thing, and then again grandfathered it up, is the reason that it's making more, like, there's a cyclical problem here. You guys love the thing but hate the thing. It's like, cool, but also they got known, so help make another place known and hype it up. I mean, same thing is happening in all the COEs, just not that high of a price. And who cares why the price is that high? The people decided. I didn't decide it. Go get mad at Dubai if you want to get mad at somebody specifically, or ask them, get some information. Don't get mad at General Coffee. There's nobody in the top of coffee being like, this is how it works, everybody. There's nobody being at the top of any of these places. Like, it's all connected. So I don't know. It's the same reason people get mad at stuff, is that they don't really think about the whole picture. I don't even have a great picture of the whole picture. I'm just giving, we're giving our best examples of what might be.
I mean, there's not really much of a picture, to be honest with you. I mean, this doesn't seem terribly strange.
Yeah.
Aside from the price is very high, but the way this is functioning is the same way that pretty much every coffee auction system has functioned since forever.
Yeah.
It's not different. It's like you submit your lots, people pay what they think they're worth. We celebrate that people are making coffee that can fetch large sums of money, because you're right, that has the ability to pull up everything. Once people see something as once they see it as beyond just commodity,
right,
and something worth spending money on, that's something that other people can aspire to. Mm-hmm. And sure, there's other stuff going on. If you have a name, your coffee's going to fetch more money than if you don't have a name.
Right.
And people have been building those names over time. I mean, we got Wilford on this list.
I know. We were there at the beginning.
Alita Geisha. George Howell bought it. Mm-hmm. $2,000 a kilo, which is still so much money. I used Wilford's coffee in 2010.
Yeah, we were some of the first to use it in competition. We might have literally been the first to use it in competition.
Yeah. And it was delicious, and that helped. That was just like a bump. And then he's been, he's got so much notoriety from working with Verve and that crew for so long that he can command a lot of money for his coffee, and that's awesome. And it's delicious.
When we saw that price go up dramatically from when we started using it, which well deserved, that's the whole point, is it becomes like a supply and demand thing and quality. But the price of green when we first got it, and it was in that blend that I had, and then you took it single origin to second in the US, like to where we opened the company, and at the time we couldn't actually afford to buy it. We're like, this is delicious.
It's pretty awesome.
But it's like for the difference between like $3 to $4, and then like not even for like the elite level lots that we were buying for our competition, just for like the good ones that were scoring average, they were still like 8+ when we first launched this company, and we're like, we can't do anything over 6 for our expensive, and
yeah.
So that's like earned though, but it is, to the point we're talking about, found a way to be known.
Right.
And it's not like that's on everybody. We all did it, not just, like it's people coming together to make something known.
But how crappy is it if we have the attitude that's like, man, I used to buy Wilford's coffee and now I can't even afford it. That's exactly what you want, really. What a great way to be, that he's built something that he can make an awesome living off his coffee.
Right.
People love to enjoy his coffee. People are spending top dollar on it. And then, sure, we can't afford it, but who cares? We can find other coffees that are really, really awesome and start the process all over again.
Right.
And rinse and repeat that enough times, then you got a lot more people fetching higher prices for coffees. Right. More people being able to do better things for the lives of themselves and their families and their communities. I think it's awesome. I just don't understand why anyone would ever be upset about coffee fetching a ton of money.
Well, and if the quality and the worth, the return on your investment isn't worth it, then there's no way anybody can charge that much anyway. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it all comes into balance. It's like, if you don't like it, then don't buy it, right? If nobody bought Best of Panama coffee, then it wouldn't be worth as much as it is. It's kind of straightforward in that regard, right? It's like, there's got to be a market for it, and if there's not, then the place either goes out of business or adjusts in a way where it makes itself survive. That's kind of like the law of all of this. And then it's like, who wouldn't take advantage of it? This is something in general that I think is funny anyway. It's like, people talk about selling out or getting famous and this, that, and the other. It's like, sometimes it's just about like finding your way to provide more and taking the opportunity when you have it. And it's like, tell me you wouldn't take a good opportunity, Somebody like Ben Hameen was like, if somebody came up to you, he was actually in the context of this conversation. He's all, if somebody came up and they're like, right now, for your shares of Verve, that was when I started this, but for your shares of Cat and Cloud, I'll pay you $100 million.
Oh, easy.
And I'm like, I could go start another Cat and Cloud with that and do a lot of shit with it. Yeah, you take it.
100%.
Yeah, but he's like, people are hating on Best of Panama for that same exact concept. And I'm like, no, I mean, I get, he wasn't, he was just using that as the conversation.
Yeah, totally.
But he's like, absolutely, you take it, because if you are a person who cares about the world and you want to make an impact, which is also the importance of our company. It's not just like a company that makes us money. We want to do something that makes a difference. Then with $100 million instead of 500,000 we started this company with, you could probably do some pretty cool shit, you know? And you could, and I know I could. So you're like, yeah, this makes sense. What's the problem? You know?
Yeah.
And that's what we're saying. What's the problem?
Yeah. What is the problem? What is the problem? You're just looking for something to...
Well, I think that's maybe the issue, is that people can't identify the real problem that they're having, and then they're putting it on something else, which is a pretty classic thing we all do.
I could see someone being, man, these people in Dubai are just buying this for a flex and being upset about it. And it's like, so what? Like, go ahead and be upset about it. But again, I mean, auction system, I don't get it. I'm just like, I want to drink it.
Yeah, and then some people are going to be like, it's not even worth that much. And I'm like, who are you to decide that?
It's worth whatever someone's willing to pay for it. That's how all value is decided, dude. Like, it's like, worth whatever the market will support. That's all. That's how much this coffee's worth. That's how much a latte is worth. That's how much your pour over is worth. That's how much your car is worth. That's how everything works. Sorry to tell you, that's just how it works.
And let alone it's all subjective. That's the whole problem. Put it on the table and people will be like, it's fucking awesome. And somebody will be like, it's not that good. And somebody else will be like, best coffee I ever had. And
it might not be worth it to you.
What happens?
That's fine.
Totally. The best coffee I ever had person's the rich person who wants to buy it all. Great. Best coffee they ever had. They bought it. Worst coffee I ever had. Great. You didn't pick it up. It's fine. Also cool. Same coffee. Guaranteed that'll be the answer too if you put it on the board. If we put it on a cupping table against everything, it's going to taste good. There's also a truth. Geisha coffee does taste like geisha. There's like no way around it. You can almost always tell it's a geisha.
There's an identifiable
and it's delicious
characteristic.
But it doesn't always mean that it's the most insane coffee ever. Sometimes an amazing washed coffee from Ethiopia can taste better than just a geisha. And that's great. That's just the truth. And so where does that leave us? Subjectivity, and that's about it.
I kind of want to see how they package it and sell it.
In Dubai?
Yeah, is it just going to go in there? I don't know anything about this place. Julith.
Well,
Julith coffee.
I can tell you it won't be cheap to go taste.
Sure. But I'm wondering, are they going to, because I would just do single origin espresso and just hammer it out for lots of money, but I wonder if they're gonna, box it up in a fancy way. Julith, Julith coffee.
I was gonna say, I think they're pretty intense.
I mean, it seems like
about prep. Like, I think they take everything really, really seriously. So it'll probably be those little tiny dosers.
You're damn right they do. Spending $30,000 a kilo. Oh yeah, it looks like it looks like a Supreme store or something. I was gonna say it's
like a full thing.
Or it actually looks like the Fellow store, honestly.
A little bit.
Looks just like the Fellow
store.
Shout
out Fellow. Yeah, it's clean. I mean, they got food. I don't know AED, but it's 50 to 100 AED. What is that currency? Great question.
Who knows, dude? I don't know what's going on over there.
Act like I should know everything about the world, people, and judge yourselves.
They're just making.
Do you? Somebody's going to Google it and be like, Jared didn't even know that on the podcast, and he's an idiot.
Please fact check Jared. He really cares.
Please fact check me. It matters to you.
He will be very upset if he's wrong.
They'll be mad.
It feels like a really... Yeah, it's hard to get a vibe of what they're doing.
Whoa.
Their Instagram is very, very curated. Kind of like the menu. But it's just... Yeah, it's got the vintage airport JetBlue menu. It isn't just coffee. It's ritual. It's memory. It's mood. Their first post is June 13th, so they might not even been open that long.
No,
I don't know anything about them. I'm not trying to pretend like I do. I just really don't. I have no idea.
They look like they put time and money into making a professional looking place that is also a department store / coffee place that's very clean and put together. I know when you hear department store, you might be a hater on the internet, but well done places like that you see in New York or whatever on old Rodeo Drive. I've actually never been on Rodeo Drive in my life.
Really?
Fact. Dude, maybe drove on it.
We gotta go shopping, buddy.
Totally. Let's
get you out there. We'll go on Rodeo. We'll go on Melrose. We'll get you dialed in.
I'll get dressed up.
What's up?
In my old rave gear, and we'll go.
Oh yeah, dude. We'll make it pop for sure. So yeah. If I got the opportunity to drink that coffee, I'd be psyched. Not hating on the price. Love it. Ready to rip, dude. Next year, let's double it. Okay, let's double it. That's everyone's goal.
Let's really go out there and make some stuff. Okay, guys?
We'll see you guys next week.
See you real soon.
Bye.
Peace. See you real soon.
Hey everyone, that's the podcast for the week. Thanks so much for listening. If you heard something that inspired you, or if you heard something that gave you more questions than answers, send us an email to podcast@catandcloud.com. And if you're looking to know more about us, then head to our website at catandcloud.com, where you can find everything we have to offer. A great place to start would be The Answer, our house coffee that's right for any occasion. Or the Best Friends Blend, a coffee that tastes just as good as the good it does by donating $1 per pound back to our partnering producers. Also, if you're feeling extra friendly, connect with us in the usual places, like YouTube, Instagram, pretty much everywhere that's hip. All right, that's it. Thanks for being awesome, everyone, and we'll be back next week.